Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nuraiman bin Mawzani Effendi. My matric number F1067. Now I will talk about concept of power in organization. The ability or capacity to do something or act in particular way. The capacity or ability to direct or influence the behavior of others or the cause of events. The ability or right to control people or things. Orang yang telah dilantik menjadi ketua mempunyai kuasa dalam organisasi maupun dalam jawatankuasa bagi membolehkan mereka mengarah, membuat keputusan dan mengetahui sesuatu. 5 base of power. They have 2 types, which is a formal and impersonal. Conceive power, reward power, legitimate power is under formal, and expert power and reference power is under personal. Formal of power is based on individual position with the formal structure of an organization. Formal ini membuatkan seseorang itu bekerja di dalam satu organisasi. Bagi personal, resulting from personal characteristic of an individual rather than the formal structure. Ini lebih mengakibatkan kepada ciri pribadi seseorang kerana mereka kurang terlibat dengan struktur formal. The first one is conservative power. Conservative power is the ability of an manager to force an employee to follow an order by treating the employee with the punishments if the employee does not comply with the order. Okey, maksudnya dekat sini conservative ini adalah merupakan paksaan. Ini berasal daripada kepercayaan seseorang yang telah mendapat kuasa dan membolehkan mereka menghukum orang lain secara mental, fizikal dan psikologi kerana mereka tidak mematuhi arahan yang telah diberikan. Reward power is simply the power of manager to give some type of reward to an employee as mean they influence the employee to act. Reward can be tangible and intangible. Di sini bermaksud ganjaran yang akan diterima oleh pekerja yang mengikut segala dan mematuhi segala arahan yang telah diberikan, dan ganjaran ini boleh dapat dari segi bonus, percutian dan sebagainya. Legitimate power refer to the power that is inherent in the position and authority of an individual within an organization. The scope of legitimate power is determined by job discretion of an individual. Ini bermaksud sah. Ini yang bermaksud kepercayaan bahawa seseorang mempunyai hak formal membuat tuntutan dan mengharapkan orang lain patuh dengan apa yang disampaikan dan mengikuti apa yang telah diperintahkan. Okay, expert power is power based upon employees' perception that manager or some others member of an organization has high level and knowledge or specialist set of skill that other employee or member of the organization do not possess. Okay, expert ini merupakan bermaksud pakar, iaitu berdasarkan tahap kemahiran dan pengetahuan seseorang yang tinggi. Setiap orang mempunyai kemahiran dan skill yang berbeza dan mereka dapat menggabungkan skill dan kemahiran itu menjadi satu dan organisasi itu menjadi terbaik. Reference power. Reference power is power of an individual over the team of followers based on a high level of identification with the admiration or respect for the power holder or leader. Okay, di sini reference ni merujuk kepada orang yang mempunyai ataupun orang yang telah berjaya dan mempunyai ramai pengikut untuk mencontohi apa yang telah dilakukan sehingga dia berjaya, dan orang sebegini menghasilkan daya tarikan, kelayakan dan hak seseorang untuk layak dihormati kerana mereka telah mula daripada bawah dan menuju ke atas sehingga mereka berjaya.
My name is Yogendra Kartikesu, matric number F1043. 9. Power, tactics and their contingents. Silent authority. 6. Influence through persuading others that the request is something they should comply with given their situation or position. Number 2. Assertiveness. seeks influence through includes repeatedly making requests, setting timelines for project completion, for expressing anger towards individuals who do not meet expectations. Number 3. Inspirational appeals. Seek influence through making an emotional request or proposal that arouses enthusiasm by appealing to others' value and ideas, or by increasing their confidence that they can succeed. Politician seeks influence through the aid of others to persuade them to do something or use the support of others as an argument for them to agree. Number 5. Upward appeals. Seek influence through the approval or acceptance of those in higher position within the organizational prior that making the request of someone. Rational persuasion. Seek influence through logical argument and factual evidence to persuade others that a proposal or request is viable and likely to result in task objective. Irritating. Seek influence through getting others in a good mood or to think favorably of them before asking them to do something. Number 8. Exchange. Seek influence through making explicit or implicit a promise that others will reward or tangible benefits if they comply with a request or reminds others of a favor that should be reciprocated. And number 9. Conclusion. Seeks influence through involving others' participation in making a decision or planning how to implement a process, policy, strategy or change.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Ifa Syairah binti Kamal and my matrix number is F1023. And I would like to explain about the political behaviour. Organizational politics are informal, unofficial, and sometimes behind the scenes efforts to sell ideas, influence an organization, increase power, or achieve other targeted objectives. Maksudnya, dalam sesebuah tempat kerja, mesti ada politik organisasi. Dan mereka ni secara tak langsung mereka akan menjual mereka punya idea dalam organisasi tersebut. Mereka meningkatkan kuasa mereka dan mempengaruhi rakan-rakan kerja dalam sesebuah organisasi. Next is political behaviour. Activities that are not required as part of one's formal role in the organisation, but that influence or attempt to influence the distribution of advantages or disadvantages within the organisation. Perilaku politik dalam sebuah organisasi ialah sesuatu aktiviti yang tidak diperlukan dalam sesuatu tugas seseorang dalam organisasi, tetapi mereka boleh mempengaruhi dan dipengaruhi oleh orang lain dalam organisasi tersebut. Pada masa yang sama, mereka mempengaruhi dalam kebolehan atau ketidakbolehan dalam sesuatu organisasi. Political behaviour include legitimate political behaviour and illegitimate political behaviour. Legitimate political behaviour are normal everyday politics such as complaining, bypassing and obstructing, while illegitimate political behaviour is the extreme political behaviour that violates the implied rules of the game, such as sabotage, whistleblowing, and symbolic protest.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Anissa binti Zahari. My matrix number F1025. I will going to continue the next presentation, which is the cause of political behavior. Political behavior has divided by two, which is individual factors and organizational factors. Individual factor is high self-monitor, internal locus of control, high match personality, organizational investment, perceived job alternative, and expectation of success, while organizational factors is reallocation of resource, promotion opportunities, low trust, role ambiguity, unclear performance evaluation system, zero-sum reward practice, democratic decision-making, high performance pressure, and self-service senior manager. The employees who are high self-monitor, both of an internal locus of control and have a high need for power, are likely engaged in political behavior. The high self-monitor is more sensitive to social rules and likely to be skilled in political behavior than less self-monitor. Individuals with an internal locus of control are more prone to take proactive stance and attempt to manipulate situations on their favor. An individual investment in the organization, pursue alternative and expectation of success will influence tendency to pursue illegitimate means of political action. Political activity is probably more function of the organization's characteristic than of individual different variables. Promotion opportunity is encourage people to compete for a limited resource and try to positively influence the decision outcome. Low trust is the most higher of level of political behavior and likely it will be illegitimate. Role ambiguity means that the prescribed behavior of the employee are not clear. There are fewer limits to scope and function of the employee's political action. The greater the role ambiguity, the more one can engage in political activity with little chance of it being visible. Unclear performance evaluation system is subjective performance criteria, single outcome measure, the amount of time that elapses between an action and its appraisal. Zero-sum reward is also called win or loss approach. Treat the reward pie as fit so that again one person or group achieve has to come at the expense of another person or group. Democratic decision-making is the manager in this organization are being asked to behave more democratically. They are told that they should allow employees to advise them on the decision and they should rely to a greater extent on group input into the decision process. High performance pressure are the more pressure that the employees feel to perform well, the more likely to engage in politicking. Self-service senior manager are when the employees see the people on the top engaging in political behavior, especially when they do so successfully, are rewarded for it. A climate is created that support politicking. That's all from me. Thank you.